I am a doormat, a people pleaser, a chronic yes girl. My cold, detached fiancé loves someone else, yet he forces me to marry him to secure his business interests. I said yes. My toxic ex-boyfriend throws tantrums and demands I continue to stroke his ego even after I get married. I said yes. My billionaire boss uses money and power to coerce me into playing a role-play double for his dead fiancé. I said yes to that, too. But then, the unexpected happened. I got pregnant. I told them I wanted to quit the games and settle down. The billionaire boss fell to his knees, begging, proposing, swearing I was his one true love. The toxic ex sent out wedding invitations, declaring to the world he was stealing the bride. And my considerate, dignified fiancé? He knows everything. Yet, in the dead of night, after I fall asleep, this desperate house husband uses a spare key to creep into my room. He kneels by my bed, burying his face in the curve of my neck, trembling as he greedily inhales my scent. As long as I'm alive, you and the baby are mine, he whispers into the darkness, his voice dripping with obsession. They will never take my place. I'm just an innocent, honest woman. But right now, I'm starting to panic. Chapter 1. I am a spineless coward. No matter how ridiculous the request, I nod and agree. For example, to access the massive trust fund my grandfather left me, I had to follow the stipulations of his will, enter a marriage of convenience with a man who doesn't love me. A marriage without love is absurd. But what's more absurd is that shortly after the engagement, my drama queen ex, Kai Fisher, latched back onto me. Under his emotional blackmail, I was forced into a shady, underground situationship. Timing is exhausting. But you know what's even more exhausting? My boss, Christian Chase, decided he owned me. I became the paid substitute for his golden girl, the one that got away. So, I became the stand-in for his the one that got away. But with a twist. It's the kinky version. Fate really knows how to kick a girl when she's down. Just when I resigned myself to a life of juggling these three men like a terrified circus performer, the universe threw a wrench in the gears. I'm pregnant. Chapter 2. Which one of them is the father? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. However, considering the legalities and the ironclad prenup, I decided the most logical course of action was to let my fiancé, Silas Vesper, be the father. A free baby? He should be thrilled, right? Congratulations, Mr. Vesper. But a mom and dad aren't enough. I want my baby to have a healthy, toxic-free environment, a warm, normal family. And as far as I know, in a normal family, the dad might not love the mom, but the mom absolutely cannot have two secret boyfriends on the side. So, although I felt a pang of guilt, for the sake of my child's future, I made a decision. I need to cut ties with the other two. Immediately. Chapter 3. Decision made. The moment I clocked out on Friday, I drove straight to Christian Chase's private villa. He bought this place specifically for our sessions. Only 2 people know the passcode. His dead fiancé, Aurora Sky's birthday. I punched in the numbers, rehearsing my breakup speech in my head one last time before pushing the door open. The second the door clicked, my wrist burned. A large, callous hand shot out from the shadows, gripping me tight and yanking me inside. Before I could blink, I was pinned against the entryway console. Wait, Mr. Chase, I need to talk to you. I tried to push him away. But before I could finish, Christian pried my lips apart, devouring me with a fierce, wet, desperate kiss. He was still dressed in his immaculate, 3-piece suit, looking every inch the stoic CEO. Except for the leather collar tied around his neck. It was cinched so tight it restricted his airflow. When the intense, suffocating kiss finally broke, Christian's face was flushed from lack of oxygen. The tip of his tongue peeked out involuntarily, panting heavily like a well-trained dog. Don't talk about irrelevant things right now. He fumbled to undo my belt, his eyes glazed with a submissive haze as he dropped to his knees before me. Mistress, please, do your job. According to our contract, inside this villa, I have one role, to dominate him. Chapter 4. Christian Chase was my idol back in college. The legend. So, 2 years ago, when I found out he was my new CEO at the global headquarters, I was ecstatic. I stayed up half the night practicing my smile in the mirror, wondering how to make a perfect first impression. I wasted my time. Christian Chase is a god in the business world. I was just a lowly team lead. He doesn't waste time on nobodies. That silly smile I practiced? It should have never seen the light of day. That is, until after a board meeting, when Christian suddenly summoned me, the invisible employee, to his office and threw an NDA on his desk. He didn't even pretend to be polite. Leaning back in his leather chair, he looked down at me with cold calculation. You look exactly like her, he said, his voice cold and dead. If you're willing, sign this. I need you every Friday night. I stood there, head bowed, feeling something shatter inside my chest. Christian tapped his finger on the mahogany desk. Why that look? I don't force anyone. You can say no. He said he doesn't force people. He said it was my choice. But he also casually mentioned that to avoid rumors, if I refused, there would be no place for me at his company. And I needed this job. I had crippling student loans that were were suffocating me. I hesitated. Agreeing wasn't the hard part, but I felt I should be honest about my situation. Like the fact that I was engaged, and I had a messy situation with an ex, but I barely got a sentence out. Mr. Chase, maybe you should know a bit about me first? Christian cut me off, his voice icy. You are just a substitute, a paid actor. You aren't important enough for me to waste time getting to know you. Okay, fine. He didn't want to listen. He can't say I didn't warn him. Chapter 5. Honestly, being